The positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get. Anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
So they give up the completion there, but defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s. I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Hunt, and he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
We dominate today.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Hunt. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Kareem Hunt taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week. I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And this returnable for Rager. Ooh, the juke. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this. This type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy, but let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 27. On first down, it's Hunt. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Again, it's Hunt.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. Oh, look at the juke. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
85 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Oh, you Kareem Hunt. We know you've got the power. We know you've got the speed. Now how about that? Show us a little bit of that wiggle in there. How about that one, partner?
Can you imagine trying to tackle that? Yeah, I'll stay up here with you. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
They go play action with Hurts.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kareem Hunt
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The Giants on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 30. Fighting his way through contact. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 71-yard punt return.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Fighting through pressure, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Fletcher Cox, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And that is incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury.
And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Open man is Galladay, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And take it right at the 35. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
97 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On 2nd and inches, Hurts. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Oh, what a juke into space. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia.
His 5th touchdown on the ground, number 8 overall. And the Eagles open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here, because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. You know, their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true, because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with the crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Running left, it's Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Now they set up the screen for Clement. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for New York. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And quickly they get to the line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's Ward, complete right side. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Travis Fulgham,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it is 42-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, throw left side, complete to Ingram. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin our tour of the trip up to Toronto, Canada. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Ezekiel Elliott, close to 200 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Keelan Cole, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And we see James. Will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. And connecting quickly with Goddard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mike's 43, Mike's 43.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's got his man. This is Tate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kareem Hunt taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check back 40, check back 40.
From the gun, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play. They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Clement. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
A disappointing end to that drive, making it to the red zone, but they'll again, CD, wind up with nothing.
And nothing, that's been the key word, because they've had drives throughout that have finished off with nothing. Can't finish off a drive to save their lives in this game, and this one winds up again giving them, dare I say it, nothing.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Hey, Mike 20, Mike.
This is Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He could also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Right now, you better bring it.
A carry here for Hunt. Finding room to the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kareem Hunt.
32 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All them kind of moving as one, and look at the end result. Big plays.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And this will be a Giants 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On the carry, here's Clement. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Mike 40, Mike 40. Too little,
Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked off near the 32. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll get him down.
He's inside the 40. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Second down and goal. Hurts. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.